So I'm a lead narrative designer, and as lead, you are there to lead the story vision and to make sure that everyone else is excited about the narrative direction of the game as you are. And really, it's all about evangelizing, getting people involved, getting people creative, because it's not about being the creative person. It's about trying to get everyone to be creative and really nourish that vision. As a narrative designer, people just think you're responsible for the words in the games, but actually it's a lot more. It's all about world building. It's all about kind of working on how to create stories without words. And then once you've got a wonderful story base, then you can kind of come in and see which words you need. If you need words, do you need dialogue? Is it a game that is based on dialogue? But there's a lot of narrative design in many, many mobile games that don't have any text whatsoever. So it is really an exciting area to work in.
So what made you sign up for the Authentic Tech Lead Mentorship program?
There have been many times in the industry I work in where I felt, oh, I don't belong for X reason, or I haven't got enough in common with these kind of people, or maybe I don't look like them, or don't talk like them, or I haven't got the same interests. And I thought, it really is a time to let go of those kind of those ideas that really are linked to imposter syndrome and everything. So your message was really interesting to me. So I followed you on LinkedIn, and I followed your Facebook page for quite a while, and I really decided that it was something that would be right for me, because your approach for me was very natural, very kind, very gentle, more conversational as well. There wasn't one particular right way of doing things. So I was already sold on the idea, but when I signed up, as I told you, I thought it was the worst time I could be signing up. I just didn't think I'd have the time. I was in a position in work where we were going through a lot, and there were a lot of changes, and I really didn't have any time for myself. I was just in crisis mode. And I'm really glad that we had a talk about that instead of me just shutting down the idea myself, because what did happen was that I joined the group, telling everyone that I wasn't really going to be there or participate that much. And I ended up coming to all of the calls. I did find the group discussion of the ideas in the program and in the modules to be exceptionally beneficial in helping me actually work through that difficult time. And it also gave me, kind of, when I was ready, the courage to kind of look for new horizons, kind of think about where I really wanted to go with my career, and not just kind of have everything dictated to me by the next offer or kind of the buffets of fate.
What have you got out of the program so far?
The main thing is that it has benefited my life, not just my professional life, but my life in general. It's given me a much greater sense of unity between who I am in work and who I am outside of work. Therefore, actually, I'm much more confident in work because I don't feel I'm having to force anything or a different personality. I don't feel that I'm having to fit in for the sake of fitting in. I do feel by being more comfortable within myself, I'm much more comfortable with others, and also with, when entering into situations, not taking things too seriously, but also being able to connect with people without any extra noise or pressure around I should be like this, I have to do this. By talking to a variety of people with different experiences, different backgrounds, different skills in the program, it's really helped me to practice actually a lot of things that I have maybe felt self-conscious about doing in work, and it's given me a much greater sense of satisfaction in my job. I would like to say that the unique aspect of your program for me has been I think the group support aspect. It's been much more powerful than I ever would have imagined. And I think that that's really what for me has unlocked the wisdom behind the techniques or different approaches to leadership that you include in the program. The fact that we have these check-ins, so regularly, the fact that we have a focused workshop every month as well, really is a wonderful, kind of touchstone where you can really just check in and even kind of voice any kind of concerns you might have about not understanding something, or if you're just not getting it, by seeing it sometimes happen in someone else's life, or to hear someone talking about a particular instance of, I don't know, feedback if they've had, issues with feedback in the past, giving feedback or receiving feedback, and then seeing them go through an experience where their mind kind of shifts or their approach to that particular subject shifts is very powerful. And I don't think I haven't seen that anywhere else. And I think that's what changes everything. It's really what kind of makes the magic happen.
Go back to that time when you were sitting there thinking, should I sign up? Shouldn't I sign up? What would you say to anyone in that situation?
I would say that if you are genuinely interested in Emma's, in Emma's message, in what she does, I would say just sit down and have a talk with her and just tell her what you're thinking, actually. Because what I've found is that in the past, if I had a doubt about the course, it never would have occurred to me to actually talk to the course provider or the program administrator or anyone, the organizer about it. But in the end, by doing that, I found I was able to receive the support I needed at that particular time in order to be involved in the program. And it turned out that it was the best thing that was the best thing for me in that situation. So I would say that it's been really refreshing to see, I think, to be able to have honest, transparent and very caring conversations about what you can and cannot deliver, or what we can and cannot deliver in the program, what we're here, what fits into the scope of the program and what doesn't.